Tánaiste, I always compliment anyone that stands up and says if they've done something wrong and they said sorry. You've done that, right? But you also said in your opening statement that you had unfinished business in health that you wanted to finish. And you said that in your opening statement. You also said that you complimented Minister Paschal O'Donoghue, Minister of Finance and Minister Harris, Minister for Health. I want you to bear with me for 1 minute. I asked you on the 15th of October about a Supreme Court judgment about disability and the assessments of disability. You told me here in the House that you didn't know the question was coming up, even though you weren't supposed to know it was coming up. And you told me that you would come back to me with a full report. That would be true. I've waited for your report, but I got a reply back from the HSE which told me that my PQ question went to the health. It went from health to the HSE. And the HSE replied to me on the 23rd of October. And these are your ministers and these are your friends. It must mean that I'm not your friend because you didn't reply to me yet. But the HSE replied to me and told me that after the Supreme Court judgment, that the Minister of Finance met with the Minister for Health. And the Minister for Health at the time told them to discontinue the assessments. But she never told the GPs. Now, if those GPs were your friends, they would have heard it from you. But they didn't. And I haven't heard a reply from you yet. So what I'm saying here is, this is coming around in circles again, and this is this government of actions and no responsibility. The responsibility lies with you. And if I have done what you had done, I'd be responsible and I'd be held accountable like other people. So I think you should be held accountable for this. Thank you.
Thanks, Deputy. Just on the issue that you raised, I remember you raising with me, it was in relation to the primary medical cert and the Supreme Court judgment made on that, and I did endeavour to look into it, and I have. And I have a briefing. I saw the briefing on it. I got one, a written briefing. I wasn't particularly satisfied by the answer that I got, because what I wanted to know was what was being done to sort the problem, solve the problem. And that's why I haven't got back to you yet, because I think this problem does need to be solved. I can go back to you an interim reply, but it's not the one you're going to want, because this is a problem that needs to be solved.
Thank you, Deputy. A bit of time. Tánaiste, I don't accept that as an answer, because you've told people in this country that they're still on a list, and there's been a direction had been given from the then Minister for Health to say to discontinue it. So I don't accept the answer. But what I do accept is you did say sorry. I don't believe for a minute that you done this intentionally, but 210 million would have fixed an awful lot of problems in this country. So if somebody else has benefited out of this, our most vulnerable in this country should have been the first people that should have benefited, and that's my unfinished business.